love and some praise.
What a party. Yes, I would like to praise Chuy, Miguel V, Mount Manu, Patsy for hanging out in Mexico. And in Mexico, it was a really good experience. I would like to praise Juanca because she's doing a really great work in Gravity, also upcoming projects and all the stuff. I would like to praise Chuy because he's not here now, but he's always helping me in all the questions I have. And that's really good. And I'd like to praise Edu because he has been helping me a lot with the changes that are going to be in comms. And with that, I'll pass it to Miguel.
GM, my praise goes to Acid Laser because he's a really good partner. He was a really good partner in Ethereum Mexico. Also, Manu and Chuy for open us the door to be a volunteer in Ethereum Mexico, and Manu for the machaca. He gifted us a machaca. I haven't tried yet, but I hope today. Try it today. Also, Manu for open me the doors to the marketing team, and yeah, I'll pass it to Juan.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'd like to praise Nate because he's been an amazing steward this month. Really leaving a footprint in the stewardship of the TEC, while other people is doing other things. And I want to praise Bianca, Durgadas, and Anna for being an amazing team in Gravity. I want to praise also Acid Laser for all the support with designs and yeah, all the leadership in comms. And I would also like to praise all the people that is in Burning Man. That's amazing that they're going to that event. And I'll pass it to Bianca.
Thank you, Juan. I want to dish praise for Anna for being a great partner at the Gravity Mental Health Survey. I want to dish praise for Durgadas for his support on creating and sharing the graphic for the survey. I want to dish praise for Angie Berry for her partnership on the mental health event. And I want to dish praise for Juan and the Gravity team for the amazing work we are doing there in developing the team and the creation of the next proposal. And I want to dish praise for Streamer for his new idea of expression of peace that he is developing. And I will pass it to Miguel B. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right.
Oh yeah, I already passed.
Oh, okay. So maybe Bear?
Yeah, thank you, Bianca. I would like to praise. First of all, I would like to praise Nate for his efforts as a steward and being so active in all the working groups and attending the different calls of the working groups and trying to learn about their initiatives and about the work they're doing. I think that's super valuable. And I would also like to praise him again for the wow, it's really amazing all the progress he has made with the Treasury initiative. Yeah, almost on his own, and now the possible partnership and that it's cooking up with the Gnosis DAO. I think it's really amazing what you're doing, Nate. I would like to praise also Gideon for his constant effort and his energy into keeping Sampo organized and moving forward with all the different initiatives, being really wise to knowing how to adapt to the new and different circumstances. And I would also like to praise Risha for taking over a bigger role in Sampo with taking care of the different updates for the token gated channel. I think that's gonna be also key. And yeah, I'll pass it to Marina.
Hi guys, thank you. I would like to praise a person, I don't know his name, but he's doing a great job who makes everything so much organized that it is easy to navigate information when you are behaving as much, not so much involved as I am now. And it is easy to stay tuned with you and find all info in YouTube or whatever it is. It's a lot of, and it's quite new, but it's very valuable that you can track all the steps and understand the logic behind it and behind all the decision making in the tech. I would like to pass to Richa.
Thanks. I'd like to praise Gideon for helping define the curation service. I'd also like to praise Bear for helping keep things within Sampo organized and clear and very effective. And I'd like to praise Rex as well for helping pull some really important data points for the token holder channel. And I will pass it on to Miguel.
I think Miguel's already gone. I think I might be the last one.
Okay, pass it on to Nate then.
Yeah, I just want to praise the sample working group, Gideon, Richa, Bear, NT, Rex. You guys have been doing an amazing job and keeping the momentum in that group and making sure that we're focused on what needs to be focused on. I also want to praise Angela, Angie, and Patty for all the work that they've been doing for TE fundamentals at the TE Academy. I want to praise Wonka and Durganos for really spearheading all of the gravity initiatives that are happening and having them become their own independent entity. I want to praise Acid Laser and Manu for spearheading kind of the reformation of the comms working group. I want to praise Tam for the work that she did on the Stewards transformation process and voting that through and making sure that we are moving into a more positive direction. With that being said, we have our praise, and we'd like to turn on our video to say cheese. If you're down to do that, please do so. If not, we'll do it for 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. All right. So we'd like to start off our community call with our vision. Our vision is to enable the creation of ethical, safe, resilient, and diverse economic systems to benefit societies around the world. This is the fundamental goal that we are trying to accomplish here at the TEC using both our economic layer, our cultural layer, and our governance layer. In order to make this community as strong and lovey-dovey, we want to make sure that the social fabric is really, really solid. That's why we have our Gravity working group and our Gravity team. They are very experienced in conflict management, nonviolent communication. So if you start to see any type of break in the fabric of our community, conflict that arises from getting somebody's name wrong to conflict around working with each other on a certain initiative, these things happen and they happen all the time. This is what Gravity is here for. And so we have this conflict management form. If you come in and fill out this type form, no matter how small it is really important that you do this. We have these experienced gravitons that will come and kind of mitigate these issues before they become a huge problem within our community. This is really awesome. If you get a chance, even if no one's going to get mad at you for reporting this, and so we want to give our gravitons as much experience as possible, and we want to start to catalog the types of conflicts that start to emerge within DAOs. And so that is the entire purpose of this. So I encourage everybody to start using it as much as possible. Even if it's small, even if there's not any action steps to take after that, just to see what types of conflicts are observable is really important to report on. This is part of our mutual monitoring aspect. Let's see. With that being said, okay, decisions. Decisions happen after advice process. So before making big decisions final, discuss them with one, the people who will be affected by the decision, and two, with the experts on the topic. We have an entire process set up for making decisions within the TEC. We'd like to go through the individual one-on-one. So if you have a question that, if you're about to execute on a decision, make sure that the people it's going to affect, you talk to them one-on-one. If it needs a more broad understanding from the community, we have our TEC forum, which is great for the advice process as well. We want to make sure that we have as much input as we can on the decisions that are being made, and making sure that we understand that process is really important. So go through the advice process. If you need more information, please reach out to one of the stewards and we'll go through it with you. Right now we have Rock the Vote. We have our snapshot. We currently have our stewards working group transformation proposal. Please, we have 3 days left. If you have tokens, please come and vote on this proposal. This is on our TEC snapshot. This is to start moving forward with our new structure for the stewards working group and how we will organize ourselves going forward. In our gardens, we have our top up the reward system. This is, in my opinion, a huge priority. We need to fund this so we can start rewarding the people within our community with our TEC tokens and our reward system fund. We also have our comms team DAO support for TEA team, the retroactive funding for the servers with Rochelle, and the retroactive funding for the swag shop expenses. So these the 3 things that are really, really important to fund for things. So if you have TEC tokens, please put them to use. We really appreciate the support and the turnout on voting. So with that being said, we'll move into our working groups. I will start off with the community stewards. We have our weekly sync on Wednesdays. And we have our stewards weekly every Tuesday, our sprint planning every other Friday, and sprint retrospective every other Thursday. We also have our stewards council every other Thursday, which happened today. We have our sprint board. Sprint 40 is going to be our next one, and we'll start next week. We are revising our sprint process, so stay tuned for that. We would like to get everybody to participate in this next sprint, just to test out some of the changes that we want to make. We do have our Zen Hub board that we use to actually organize all of our sprint initiatives. This will be going through a cleanup process probably this week. And so if you want to see kind of the work that we've been going through and find areas where you can contribute, please check out this sprint board. So with that being said, the Stewards Council this week, this morning, actually, we talked about the Stewards transformation process and its impact on sprint planning, how we're going to go through that and making sure that we adjust to a different pace. And so that's one of the things that's been on the stewards' mind this week, the roles of the steward advisors and implementing the new steward structure. So broadly, we're going to have a set of common stewards, and then we'll have our individual working group stewards. So the individual working group stewards will be kind of guiding the work that is being done within each individual working group, and then the common stewards will kind of guide the overall vision for the commons, and start planning on larger roadmaps. Also, the PSA, public service announcement, Twitter retweets equal love. We want to get our message out there. We want to get visible. And so if you have a Twitter account and you have the capacity to share some of the tweets that Acid Laser and Manu work so hard on all the time, please do retweet them, quote us, tag us. Let's get the conversation started around the TEC and what we bring to the table as a Schelling point. And so, yeah, with that being said, I will pass it over to Wonka and the Gravity Working Group.
Thank you, Nate. Hello, everyone. As Nate mentioned, we actively offer the service of supporting people who may be experiencing conflict in their community, or maybe it can also be in their personal life. We like to be a first point of contact of people in the community, looking for the transformation of the scenarios that we initially think as bad or that are conflictive within ourselves. For that, we have a training that we do that is the third Graviton training. We just finished it, and the people who participated in at least 6 of the sessions can claim the POAP, that is the official POAP, that is the certificate of having participated in this training. And our idea is that this training is a certification for you and for any of the communities that you participate in, that you are someone that is an agent of transformation, and someone that can support others with their skills and knowledge to manage conflict in a transformative way. I have the link where it says claim your POP. So Nate, if you want to show oh no, in the presentation where it says, yeah, claim your POP, it's a closed POP, so only the people who participated in 6 of our sessions can claim this POP. And it's different from the other ones that were the individual POAPs for the session. This is the certification for the training. And yeah, basically it's skills to participate in any DAO and skills to support in the conflicts that we can see and that are normal in collaboration and coordination. Besides that, we have some calls during the week. On Mondays, we have a research on psychology and well-being. We have a survey, so it would be really cool if you can fill this survey. It's a check on mental health. So the idea for us is to know how is the mental health of people that it participates in Web3 projects. And from this, our idea is to have a further analysis phase and try to write an educational document regarding what are some of the most common things that we see in Web3 mental health, and also some recommendations. On Tuesdays, we will be announcing a Graviton get together. Now that we have 3 generations of Gravitons, the idea is to make this group more tight and to share from the different experiences. On Wednesdays, we have the Gravity Coordination Call, where we manage all our internal coordination, and a website narrative call at 7 p.m. CT. Our idea is that we are going to launch a website where people from any community can access to resources regarding conflict management, but also give inputs regarding conflicts that arise, and that way we will receive more inputs from the wider audience. Right now, we receive inputs either the type form or contacting the active gravitons, but we will allow people to request support for conflict management directly from the website. Besides that, we use ZenHub to keep the registry of all of our cases, so you can know the amount of cases we've managed, and we also use D-Work to coordinate bounties and make monthly payments. We have a step-by-step process that you can see, and we have a manifesto, and we have 2 places you can donate. The first one is the Gitcoin grants that the round 15 starts in September, and we also have a Giveit.io project where you can donate really easily with any cryptocurrency. So yeah, if you like what we are doing, please donate. And with that, I'll pass it to Softcop, but I don't know if someone will be presenting today. Oh, besides that, sorry, Nate, the last slide. Yeah, this is the POAP for the third generation gravitons, and this is the rationale where we looked for the addresses that claim at least 6 of the individual POAPs. So it was great that we have 25 new people in the DAO space who has education and competence regarding how to manage conflict. And I pass it now, Nate, sorry.
No, that's perfectly well. So, does anybody want to do the soft growth working group? If not, I can talk a little bit about what the soft growth working group does. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the soft growth working group is dedicated to governance aspects within the TEC, and so right now, recently, they've been working on TEC token holder sentiment analysis. They had their TEC first revision board, and they had a recent Polis survey where we're trying to get this sentiment analysis to understand exactly how people are feeling about the direction of the TEC, what we're trying to accomplish, and how we go about doing that. SoftGov is really centered around culture and how we build the community around making decisions and going from there. This largely has to do with Osham's build, Osham's principles, and implementing them within the TEC. So if you ever have an interest in Osham's principles, how we implement them within our working groups and within the commons, they meet Wednesdays at 1 p.m. It's stewarded by Livia, and it's a really fun working group to be a part of, and has been a foundation for the TEC for a very long time. With that being said, we'll move on to the next working group, which is Communitas. Edu is not here, but as most of you know, Communitas has the orientation call that happened earlier, right before this call. It will happen before all of the TEC community calls, and then they have a bi-weekly call on Mondays at 8 p.m. CET. They focus on how to build community and making sure that we have a good education onboarding. We have good understanding of different processes that we have within the commons and how we go about doing it. So if you're interested in that, we will be exploring more of the community toss later on. And then we have our sample working group. So I'll pass this on. Gideon is not here, but I will pass it on to either Risha or Bear if you guys are comfortable with presenting.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Nate. Yeah, so for the sample working groups is in charge of developing the economic layer of the token engineering. We have our weekly call every Thursday, so right before this call, the community call, 1 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. CET. So for this week, let me see if this one is yeah. So basically, what we've been discussing lately, we have like 3 main projects. One is the token holder Discord channel that is already active. You can join by clicking on the token invite channel on the Discord, and you can just like link your wallet, and you'll be able to see your first message that was published by Risha. We will be having different types of communications in there, and we'll be building up on the use of the TEC token with that as a first experiment. Then we also have now the treasury policy. It's the progress. It's been great. I think it already passed on Snapchat, if I'm correct, Nate. Yeah. So it already passed, and now we are looking into the next steps, into more of the operational and management. How are we going to manage the people and all the procedures in order to do that in an effective and responsible way, as well as looking into different options for getting the funds for this first proposal. Nate has been taking care of that, and he's been talking with Gnosis DAO into different funding options. That comes from even getting a loan with some collateral from the funds we have on the laser tag, but also to some other options that might be also really exciting for us, even to be able to qualify for some type of grant from the Gnosis DAO. So that's going to be really interesting, and I guess we'll have more information in the coming weeks. And yeah, also we have the content curation service with a partnership with DAO Stack and Tangible AI. Progress is still being done there. We're hoping to have something more, a product more finished in the coming month or so. But yeah, I think that would be some of the updates for Sampo. I'll pass it back to you, Nate.
Yeah, thanks, Bear. So yeah, the next working group that we're going to go over is the Omega working group. I don't think we have anybody here to represent Omega this time, do we? So Sebnum is the steward for the Omega working group. They meet on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. EST. So right now they've been really focused on the ethics participatory research and the Consilience library. And so a huge a part of the Omega working group. So if you're interested in the ethics of token engineering systems, crypto economic systems, this is what they're focused on. How do we get a kind of a holistic approach towards token engineering that takes into account the interdisciplinary nature of token engineering and making sure that we have each of these fields covered when it comes to designing our systems. And so if you're interested in the philosophical and the ethical aspects of token engineering, this is a great working group to join, and I really encourage you to get in contact with the Omega working group and contact them through the Omega channel within the Discord. Next is Comms, and I'll pass this over to Acid Laser. Yeah.
Thank you, Nate. So in Comms, we're meeting every Tuesdays. I'm thinking about doing the Comms call weekly, but this is I'm thinking about it. And also, you can join us on Mondays with Twitter Sync and in Tuesday the marketing teams. So right now we are discussing this outcomes. Comms is going to experiment some changes for the kit for positive changes to the team and TEC. So we are working now in that. There are going to be some changes in the team. By now, the TE Academy team and the translation team are in pause. But animation team is working now in the props and art for the future quantifier video tutorial. The sound design is ready, the draft is ready, and now we only need to do the final animation. In marketing team, the newsletter number 6 is now in your emails. So if you are not subscribed, you can do it in the TEC website. And if you're subscribed, go check it out your inbox of your email. And in Twitter planning, we are now in the Stewards working with transformation proposal campaign. So rock the boat. If you have some TC tokens, you can vote in the TC snapshot. And here's a picture of some of the comms team in Mexico. Also, there was Manu, but he was not in the picture, but he's Miguel, Chu, and me. And it was a really good comms moment in Mexico. And with that, I'll pass it to transparency, I think.
Yep. I'm not sure if Zeti is here, if anybody wants to take it, but 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so the Transparency Working Group is stewarded by Ivy and Zeptimus. So their weekly sync is every other Monday at 11 a.m. EST. The Transparency Working Group is largely centered around creating audits for the working groups, making sure that the information that we do have is transparent to the entire community. They are responsible for all the YouTube videos that are put up on our YouTube channel, making sure we document every meeting, having our Dune updates, developing the ABC Advanced page, the Aragon as a client of TEC. These are all the initiatives that they have to make sure that everything that we do is transparent and can be introduced to the community in a very open way. And so, if you're interested in the aspects of documentation and making sure that we have open discussions with all the information that is equally available to everyone, and there's no type of informational asymmetry when it comes to making decisions, this is the working group that you would be very interested in joining. And so I encourage you to reach out to Zeptimus and the Transparency Working Group channel to get involved with them. there. It's a very, very important working group that we have within the TEC, and I really encourage everybody to get involved where they can, where they find interest. So that is the transparency working group. Next, we have our rewards working group. This is stewarded by Mitch, who is on vacation right now. Actually, the entire team. Christopher is on vacation as well. So this is kind of the session where we have a lot of people that are gone, but they'll be returning very soon. The rewards working group works really hard on our praise system and our reward system that we have developed. So every praise that we give out, we have rewards that are distributed to your wallets. So if you're interested in understanding how reward systems work and how they're going to continue to develop this ongoing, they're looking at a funding proposal for continuing the reward system to kind of develop this into like a holistic product for other DAOs to actually implement within their organizations. And so every praise you have turns into TEC tokens. We do have our quantification sessions that allow praise quantifiers to get rewarded in TEC tokens by grading each praise based off of the specificity and the impact of that praise. And so it's a huge issue. And if you're interested in either the praise quantification or praise itself, the reward system working group is the place to be. So I encourage everybody to, if you're interested in that type of realm of rewards, then please join their working group and contribute where you can. This is kind of their format for what they were thinking about in terms of making this reward system into a product with the RAD dashboard. And so this is how they're going to see about getting funding in the future, whether through the DAO proposal inverter and or through other grants. So big shout out to Mitch and Christopher for all the work that they've done on this system. It works very well for us. So moving on from that, we will get into, last but not least, the Token Engineering Academy. So this is something that's really huge for this ecosystem, for token engineering in general. The Token Engineering Academy is going to start with their TE Fundamentals course. If you have not joined their Discord server, I highly suggest that you do that if you're interested in getting an education. The TE Fundamentals course is the first bachelor level course. It'll take quite a long time, about 100 hours. There's not prerequisites per se, but there's good to have a background in math, economics, and or computer science. It will help you along. But the course is completely free. It's completely online, and there will be an exam and certification with different modules. So if you specifically are specialized in certain aspects of the token engineering process, you can specialize in one of the modules within the TE Fundamentals course and get certified in that. And so really big shout out to the TE Academy and the TE Fundamentals. So early access will be September 12th. That is for those who join the study groups within the TE Academy. So right now we have a bunch of TE Academy study groups centered around different areas of expertise, different languages, different locations and time periods. So you can find the right token engineering study group for you. And if you're interested in starting your own study group, you can also do that and become a host. If you're interested in doing it, please sign up this pre-sign up form right here at the bottom, and that'll get you started. But please do join their Discord server. And with that being said, I believe that is it. So if everybody, just want to wish you a happy week and hopefully a great weekend as well. So thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Nate.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
hope
Thank
you all
you,
have a good
Nick.
day.
Thanks. Ciao.
Ciao.
Nate.